Hey everybody, what we have here is a Holmes twin window fan with mechanical controls. Pretty cool. And here's the model number right there if you want to see. I've actually seen this fan kind of before. I saw this fan over on Jordan Yu's channel, and I just when I saw how it was all mechanically controlled, I was like, well, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I actually have liked window fans for a long time now. Actually, my brother and sister-in-law have one. They have the electronic model of this. It actually my sister-in-law originally bought it, and then after they had gotten married, it went into the house that my brother used to live at. So I did use that fan every now and then in the guest room that I used to sleep in occasionally over there. And it doesn't work very well. The only problem with the electronic model is that, like, if you wanna go through the temperatures and the different high and lows, you have to keep hitting the button until it goes to the right thing. I seem to be thinking maybe you could hold the button to turn it off. I forget, but whatever. I certainly like the mechanical one a lot more. And it is cool that you can operate each fan individually. There's the thermostat right here, intake or exhaust, whichever you prefer. Some stuff over on there. And over here is just some more features. It just tells you exactly more stuff that you can do with it. Pretty interesting. So there it is. Now let's go ahead and take it out of the box. And here it is laying on the workbench. Here's the owner's manual for it. Just took some time to look through it. Pretty easy to understand. Power cord comes out of the front, so I do like that. And let me stand this up. So here's how it looks, all brand new. I gotta say that those fan blades look pretty fancy and like glossy when they're brand new, Let me flip it over to the back. Yeah, see how like shiny they are when they're brand new? Man, that is pretty amazing. I do have to admit the blade thickness looks pretty impressive, honestly, for a modern fan, I have to say. And it does still appear to have those same motors that are seen in a Jordan Yu's video where he services and cleans these. I know all about those clips for that thing too. See how that happens in the future. Yeah, it's just amazing how that looks when it's brand new. There was also this in the box, actually. And I'm going to assume they come when they're brand new. This has the extending section, as you can see, but there's also this fixed one that apparently can also fit over on this side here. It's kind of finicky, but let me see if I can get it to maybe slide over here. Give me a second. There we go. Hang on. Yeah, you see that? So that is pretty interesting. So you can have a section here, and then you have, pull these clips out here. You have, oh, that one's out already. You have this extending one here too, as you know. This curtain part here feels like a very soft, flexible material. I was actually pretty impressed by that. I was thinking it was going to be kind of a harder plastic, but no, this is actually a very flexible and softer thing. I actually am pretty impressed by that, I do have to say. And like window fans I've liked for a long time, but over at the Long Island house, that house has the crank out windows with the screens on the inside, so this fan wouldn't work very well with those kinds of windows. But in this house it would, so that's certainly pretty cool. So again, here's your intake and exhaust options. Seems pretty easy to move. And here's the thermostat. Probably the only downside of the mechanical model is that there are no numbers on the thermostat, so you kind of have to best guess where you want it to be. And if you want it to be on continuously, you just turn it all the way up, obviously. And maybe you would learn, like, hey, this is how the room feels, turn it up a little bit till the fans turn on, and probably figure it out that way. And again, you can control each fan individually. But this is weird, though. It's weird like how on the left side fan, off is on the bottom, but on the right side fan, off is on the top. I mean, that does seem kind of off to me, no pun intended there. But I'm guessing maybe, if you're operating the fan, you can, like, if you want to turn both fans off, you can turn both knobs in the same direction to turn them off. I don't know. That's just my guess as to why it's set up like that. And again, here's the power cord. This has a, I believe the owner's manual set a 5 amp fuse in it. And if you look, the fuse is actually replaceable, so that is pretty impressive, actually. I am happy to see that. That'll let you do that. And there's the extended portion. Okay, so I guess that's basically everything about the intro of the fan. Let's go ahead and give it some operation. All right, and here we go. So I have the fan located right here. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and plug it in. I think the cord appears to be about maybe like 6 or 7 feet when it's fully extended, so that's not too bad. And yeah, again, it plugs with the fuse, but at least this one's replaceable. All right, so we'll go ahead and plug it in. And I guess what we'll do is let's start with just one fan and see how it goes from there. So what I'll do is I'll turn the left one to high. Okay, nothing happened yet because I haven't turned the thermostat. And let's go ahead and see how it does. Oh, I have it on exhaust, don't I? Whoops. Silly thing there. I'll look at the spin down time while we're at it. That's not too bad. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Oh, pretty good airflow, I would say. Nice and good movement, I would say. Unfortunately, I don't have an anemometer on me, so I can't measure the airflow. Now, I've only told myself like 15 times I should buy one, so maybe one of these days I'll finally do it. Yeah, not too bad. It sounds very similar to how the electronic one did that I used over at my brother's place. So let's just go ahead and turn this all the way up. Even just one fan, that's pretty impressive. Airflow. Try medium. Oh, that's low. Yeah, still pretty good, I'd say. Low, I would say, is not bad. Maybe just a little... Oh, I don't know. Maybe like a little on the loud side for low. I mean, admittedly, it's hard to tell right now because both the dehumidifier and the air handler are running right now, so it's kind of hard to judge. But yeah, honestly, it's like easy sound that you could fall asleep to, I would say, you know. All right, so there's the left one. We'll let that spin down. All right, let's go ahead and try the one on the right. Again, this is high. Hopefully the camera's not getting any wind noise. Don't think it is, but yeah, I'd say it feels about the same as the left one. Medium and low. Yeah, really not too bad, honestly. And I will say, both fans feel very balanced. Like, I don't feel any shaking of the casing or anything. I'd say the fans are pretty good in that regard. Yeah, definitely a good unit so far. So, I guess what I can do now is let's switch things up. Let's keep the left fan on intake, and let's put the right one on exhaust. So we'll turn this one on first. We'll both do high, and this one. I know if your room's kind of warm, like it's really hot out right now, so I won't really use this fan until it cools down. But it's actually a good way to get some good airflow is to put this one on intake, put this one on exhaust. If I remember correctly, I think the electronic model had the intake and exhaust switches on the bottom here, and then up here is where you have the button with the high and low and then the temperature readouts. That's how that one works. Yeah, pretty good, I would say. And just for the heck of it, let's see how fast it switches modes. Oh, that switches pretty fast. I like that. And just for the heck of it, let's keep this one on high. Let's put this one to low. Yeah, it sounds basically how you would expect it. Put this one back to intake. See if I can feel a difference on the airflow. Yeah, obviously, definitely stronger on the left fan than it is on the right fan. But I would definitely say for both high and low, pretty decent airflow. And it can also be, like, you know, useful if, like, I'll put this on low too. Like, maybe, you know, if you just want the room to cool down, but you don't want to feel too much air on you, if I'm making sense there, I guess that's kind of how you would use this in that way. But, like, overall, I would say definitely for both fans. I am happy with this. Definitely happy with this, especially to have the mechanically operated one. You guys know how I am with that. Now let's just see how the spin down time is. Pretty close together. Yep, very happy with this product. Definitely think it's going to be good. And there you have it, everybody. There's the mechanically controlled Holmes twin window fan. Again, very good for definitely the spring and fall months around here, because right now it's too hot to use it, and in winter it'll be too cold to use it, so that would be a good time to use this. Again, I like the design, pretty good airflow, mechanically controlled, again, I know, just because I'm very happy about that. And I have seen Jordan use videos on how to clean this thing, so, you know, when it gets to that point someday, we'll see how that goes. And I have watched his videos on how to take the clips off. You know, like I said, we'll see how that goes when the time comes. Anyway, seems like a good fan. Happy with my purchase, and I'm sure it'll give me some good results when it comes time to use it. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.